Might be my arrogance, but ain't nobody stopping me. That's how I go when you pay for them shows and you study that pimp biology. Love.
Oh, yeah, boy. I don't know why I went with yeah, boy. Of all the things I could have entered with. Hey, what's going on? It is Sunday, July 11, 2021. I am your man, your myth, and your legend, Dead on Dave. Dave, Trash or Treasure, Davey Deals, the copious king, copious lord, or just plain sir. Join with me as always. Yes, we're over the bit of her first time, because now it's her second time officially here. The one, the only, the incredibly blue Nixie to the Nax. What's up?
Wow, my second stream.
Second show. Congratulations. You made it through your first. You graduated.
I know. Wow. I feel very privileged.
Very privileged indeed. I don't know why I'm still holding my game controller like I'm getting ready to play some 7 Days to Die. How are you guys doing? It feels like it's been a hot minute since we've gotten behind the microphone of the Dead on Dave live train. And we're just, we're here to ride this bitch out. Have some fun. Lots of stuff to talk about. This is a little bit more of a free form. We have the Discord open. We want you guys to be in the Discord. We want you to come in there, add to the conversation, add to the things. If you have some extra stories, questions, comments, concerns, hopes, dreams, quips, quotes, likes, loves, whatever else you might have, we are here to entertain and enthrall you. As long as you can take it, for as much as you can take. And we got a few things to kick around. Because, Nixie, I don't know if you know this or not, but there was a fight last night.
No, really?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Just
yeah.
Of small, minor consequence. Nothing major.
Uh-huh. Not like there was any shit-talking build-up or press releases that went really, really wrong or...
Let me ask you, before we even get there. You're a fighter. You've trained. You understand the art and all that shit. So, how do you feel about shit talking? And because I believe there's a difference between trash talk and selling a fight, and there's more theatrics involved than we'll ever give credit. But what do you think about it? And what do you think about what we saw from Conor leading up to the fight?
I mean, the thing is the sort of fighting that I've always been involved in has been very like sportsmanship kind of national level, where like they kind of encourage you to not trash talk each other, because I've seen a fight go very, very wrong at nationals. There was two kids, I think it was the under 16s.
We're talking tournament fighting right now.
Yeah, tournament. This was national level fighting. This was
Gotcha.
at Birmingham, the Neck Centre. And there were it was the under 16s, and there was these two lads, and they both fought, and they both did really well. But one of the kids basically knocked the other one to the ground, and it was a clear-cut win. He basically... So this kid's dad and his entire family jump in the ring, and the dad KOs the kid.
Yeah! Fuck yeah, I
hit.
love that! Go, Dad, go!
It was awful. It was
Fucking
awful.
Danny, I'll show you how to do it. Sweep the leg, motherfucker.
He was so happy about his, and he wasn't rubbing it in the kid's face or being a knob. He literally just was so excited to have won this fight. It's this tournament, and this guy's dad just comes in and fucking cracks him in the face.
You know what? I like it. I respect it. Final boss shit. You know, if you fucking take my son down, well, now you gotta take me down. You took down the seed of my dick, my nut juice, the essence of my being. I can't. That's a front to me, son. I can't let this shit slide. You're getting fucked up. How old is it? 16? Yep, he's taking a bow.
No, it was the under 16s.
Yeah, that's fine. Was he 12? Probably not.
He was, I don't know, probably somewhere between that bracket.
Anything over 12, you could be hitting the chest, neck, and stomach.
It was awful. It was
No,
awful
it wasn't.
to witness.
That father was a goddamn hero, Nixie. He made sure his son didn't feel like a loser.
Yeah, but then the police got involved, and it was a whole shenanigans. It was.
And guess what they're not talking about?
Bad.
That loss. They're not talking about that loss, are they? Oh, no. Daddy made sure they won't be talking about that loss.
That's awful. It was so bad. But yeah, so every championship I've ever been in has always kind of tried to tell people not to trigger trash talking to each other, because I think it's only when you get to the levels of celebrity fame, like
there's money involved.
Yeah, then it's all about putting on a good show and making sure you build up the rivalry and sell the tickets. But no, when you're in a normal fighting tournament, like national level, competing level, they really don't want you to do that.
There is a little caveat to that. Small, tiny. I've been now. Vegas has got a little bit of a different thing. I don't know how it is. I've never done an international tournament, but I have done things in Vegas when things would come to town, and they always had a highlight. Some of the big fighters, there would be exhibitions. It wouldn't be part of the tournament. They would just be exhibitions. So granted, it's not the same thing because it's billed a little bit differently, but there's a little dramatics and theatrics with that. Small. I remember there was one. And I was trained by this man for a little bit, Ben Garcia. He was this was at the UNLV Thomas and Mack Center. They made a big fucking deal about it because Ben Garcia fought all over the world, and he won belts and shit. And he lost the belt on another continent like 2 years before, and this was the first time he was gonna like have any type of contact with this guy since. So they really billed the fuck out of it. I don't know why I remember it, but it was pretty fucking cool. And he won. He beat him. He fucking knocked him out. It was great. It was really something cool. And he celebrated like he actually won the title back or something. It was like the coolest thing to be a part of. I was in his corner. All because I fucking cleaned an old lady's apartment. Swear to God. Mrs. Foreman. Never fucking forget that shit. She's got to be dead though, right?
You have so many amazing Vegas stories.
It's Vegas. It's kind of hard not to.
It's really cool though.
You live in Vegas. Yeah, but see, I think all your stories are cool because they're English. So I think it's just that.
See Joe Martin in the chat saying, Italy, baby. Shut it. It's not coming home this year.
No. Who cares? It's soccer. Why are we caring? Why are we caring? There's nothing to care about.
I see it, and I have to call it out because I feel like he's trash talking me.
Look, I can't talk too much shit because they can go to the tape and they can bust me. I was there when Germany won the World Cup. I was in Germany. I bought into it. I was in because America had a good run that year too. So I was in it, and then Germany going all the way. I was like. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. But come on, who cares? It's not even the World Cup. Who gives a fuck?
Because America always does so great in the World Cup.
Hey, we've had our women are not fucking bad. You better stop it. Don't make me get on that Rapinoe bandwagon. That's right. Hope Solo and stuff. Don't make me name another. I don't think I could. Savage Jack, you watching the NBA Finals? Phoenix. I can name Phoenix and Milwaukee, right? Yeah, I if I were watching it, I'd probably be doubling the fucking viewership. Because ain't nobody watching that motherfucking shit. You know how mad the NBA has got to be that the fucking that it's Phoenix and Milwaukee? Actually, that's not as bad as it might sound to some. There's some legendary shit with Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a very old team, and Phoenix has always been well loved. Doesn't always love back, but I think there's some good stuff in there. But probably I haven't watched much. I probably won't be watching any of it. Probably not. I'm not watching much at the moment. But I tell you what I did watch and what we are watching and talking about now. Motherfucking Conor McGregor last night. So the original question, how do you feel about what Conor did leading to the fight? Did it cross the line of selling the fight? I mean, he said some pretty fucking outlandish shit.
You know, I don't know. I think maybe he crossed the line. I don't think you should start saying that, you know, your wife was in my DMs.
Well, he said that after, to be fair. He said that after.
Didn't he say something about that before
He
as
made
well?
a couple of comments, but he didn't go directly at it. And but what in fact, he likes to call Dustin, what's her name? Leanne. I think it's Leanne. Leanne's wife or something like that. He calls her. It's really funny. But it's pretty goddamn good. Dave Brugg, glad to catch the stream. Hope you're well. I'm alive, baby. I'm alive.
And looking fine.
I am looking a little fine. Thank you so much for noticing. So Conor, specifically for me, went over the line when he stopped the shtick. I felt he wasn't doing the Conor McGregor shtick that we've seen him do in the past. You don't do fucking nothing. All that. He wasn't doing that. He was talking a little bit more angry. He was talking because he was embarrassed. Let's be honest. He got knocked the fuck out, and he's embarrassed. So he's got some shame here, and he can't sell the fight like he used to. He was desperate for this win. desperate. He needed this win back. This was a different Conor McGregor. And he starts screaming, I'm going to fucking murder you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to fucking, I think he said, I'm going to leave your wife a fucking widow. You can't, I think that's too much.
Do you think this was affected by the Logan Paul thing and the Floyd Mayweather fight? Because there was a lot of that kind of talk sort of going. Lots of people were speculating like, oh, he's gonna knock him out. He's gonna send him home in a coffin. Like that's what people were saying.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it was affected or influenced by it. This is just Conor, but this is taken to a different level. But I mean, he does say some pretty out of pocket stuff, and I'm gonna fucking murder your whole team. He said that to Gaethje and Khabib's team. So I mean, this isn't.
You think he's just a hot potato?
He's a prick. But this is the thing. All right, look, we talked about this off stream, and I wasn't sure if I was even going to bring it up. But I don't like Dustin Poirier. I don't like him, and the reason I don't like him is because he's too good of a person, and I don't trust him.
Yeah.
I don't trust him. I don't. His wife is too fucking hot. He's got secrets. He's got, and I don't like that. You don't win a fight and then go, hey, help me fucking build homes for the homeless in fucking Haiti, y'all. Fuck you. Stop it. No, he probably has a big dick, and I don't like that either. But here's the thing. Here's the point. You know, Conor is real. He is really broken. He's a broken human being. He was affected by money. He was so hungry when he started. And let's not take for granted how truly fucking great Conor McGregor was. This man was amazing, Nixie. If you did not see him on the way up, he was incredible.
No, I caught things about him.
He was electric, boogie woogie woogie, and he just, the money got to him, and he just changed. And by the time he got to this fight where he's been embarrassed a few times now, he hasn't won consistently in 6-7 years, it feels like. Yeah, it's more like 5, but still. And he didn't know how to deal with it, so he started going way out of pocket and thinking he was going to win, so it wouldn't matter. He could go ahead and win the fight and then be respectful and then donate a large fucking money to the large sum of money to Dustin's charity, because that's what this was all over. They argued over they were friendly with the first fight. They were friendly with the second fight. Conor, there was a little snafu early on, and Conor said he would donate to Dustin's charity. And then I guess in between management and Dustin, Conor wasn't comfortable with the lack of information as to what the money was going to be going for. And Conor says, I show precedent that I always ask for what my money's going. I want to see. I don't want no scam shit.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a little much, but I also get it. He seems like that type of guy. That doesn't seem so weird to me. It seems on brand with him. It seems this makes sense to me. So I can forgive a lot of shit with Conor because he's a broken guy who seems to own it most of the time. This time he went way over the line, and he paid for it. This might have been karma. This might have been actual karma in action.
That's exactly what Dustin said at the end, wasn't it? He said, "Karma's not
a bitch.
Not a bitch. It's a mirror."
It's a mirror. That was a good line. I did have to give him credit. It was a good line. But he has to be such a douche because he's going to go build homes for the homeless after that. It's like, what the fuck? Just, you're a fighter. Just stop.
I mean, I can see the pros and cons of
building
why
homes
that
for
is
the
a good
homeless.
thing.
How could you? There's no cons for building homes for the homeless, Nixie. What cons?
Shut up.
What
You
cons,
know what
Nixie?
I mean the pros and cons of doing it at the end of a fight like that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Let me finish.
My fault. I thought you were talking about because you hate the homeless.
It wasn't the homeless. It was
You don't want the homeless to have homes?
It was the pygmies.
Oh, the pygmies. Oh, yes. We're going to help the pygmies, y'all. Fucking shut up, Dustin.
Anywho.
Shut up, Dustin. Go ahead.
Because, yeah, like it did just seem like a bit of a douche thing to sort of throw out there. So if you have to shout about your good deeds, you're not doing them for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Like, it's like people, like, on Instagram went round and was, like, giving homeless people shit. But, like, what they were doing was they were like, oh, let me take a selfie so I can show everyone that I've done a good deed. Like, a good deed is supposed to be its own reward. Like, you shouldn't need to tell everyone that you've done it.
So I'm going to be fair here. I'm
But
gonna
then
I'm gonna be
he
fair
wants to get more
because
money for it. It's a lot of
Yeah,
exposure. I get it.
yeah.
I see both sides of the coin
Well,
here.
yeah, but what you were saying with how people will like go feed the homeless and make videos of it, this is more of he's a nonprofit, so you have to get awareness. It's not really in the same realm of anything nefarious, but we don't know. These are all Sally Struthers fucking stole from everybody for fucking South Park had her ass fucking pegged. She was eating the food. I believe it. It's probably not. But the point is, there has been scams. There has been things in the past that have been called into question, and it's like, where do they get all the sports watches from? It's fucking bullshit. How you gonna fucking send me a sports watch and not just give this little motherfucker some food? It's a sandwich doesn't cost as much as a sports watch. In fact, do you know how many sandwiches you could buy with one sports watch?
There's a big organization in the UK that's run through one of the biggest charities, and I can't remember exactly which one it is, so I'm not going to name drop, but it is one of the biggest ones in the UK that people donate to, and it's been found out that only like a very, very small percentage actually reaches the people that they're supposed to.
There's a lot of them that came to light about
it's
that.
Like a shocking amount, like 4% or something like
right,
that.
most of them are under 7.
Millions.
Most of them are under 7%. And that's with intolerance. That's fucking crazy. That's a problem with the law. That's a problem with the law.
I mean, it's just smart embezzlement.
Oh, it's brilliant embezzlement, but it's legal embezzlement. How the fuck can you only have to fucking show 14% going towards, like, that's within tolerance measure for some of these nonprofits? Like, how does that make sense? It's a nonprofit. I don't. Let's not do that. I saw some in the chat there. But how many sandwiches, Dave? At least 6. At least 6. So they get to the fucking fight. They go through all the rigmarole. They get through it. They get in there. First round. Well, first let's start with the reaction. What did you hear about the first round of that fight? Because you did not watch it live. You watched it with me a couple hours ago. So what did you hear about the fight?
So when I was scrolling through Twitter today, all I seemed to find about the fight was how it was very one-sided, and then the something broke. It wasn't specific as whether it was the ankle or the leg, but something had broken on McGregor, and that it had literally been a one-sided fight. That's pretty much everything that I heard about it.
That's funny. So you didn't really get a very good description, did you? It turns out.
Nope. No.
Because
I was expecting it to be very different.
Yes. We watched the fight, and I mean, I heard a lot of the same stuff. A lot of people were saying that the fight was very, Poirier actually caused the leg break. So we watched this fight, and Conor gets some good moments in the stand-up. He controls really well. Thank you, Sarah Small, for becoming a MushPuff, becoming a member here. That's wonderful. I didn't even know we get those anymore. That's fantastic. That was not a fucking 10-8 round. Joe Martin, you're not allowed to talk about fucking sports or MMA. If you think that was a 10-8 round, you're out of your fucking mind. A 10-8 round? Conor was competitive the whole fucking time. Stop it. First off, you go back and you watch the fucking fight. When Conor, he gave position to Dustin. Dustin didn't take position. He went for a fucking guillotine. Ill-advised it may have been, but with the fucking ground game that fucking Conor has, he has the ability to go for a one-arm guillotine in that situation. Not fucking... UFC's retarded if that was a 10-8 round. That makes no sense in the world to anybody who fucking watches this. It is the absolute worst thing. I cannot even believe that they would release that was a 10-8 fucking round. And the only reason I can believe that it could be scored that way is that they're taking the break into consideration. Because that's asinine. When you watch this, for one, when he takes the ground, and Nixie, correct me anywhere that I'm wrong here, because you watched it with me. You have full fucking proxy to just fuck me up here. When he takes position after Conor loses the guillotine, and up to that point, Conor was not in a bad position on his feet at all. He took a couple of bad shots, but he was trading fire with Dustin the whole way.
Yeah.
Whole fucking way. When he got to the ground, the first 5 or 6 fucking big shots that Dustin landed with the elbows, which came after a big barrage of fucking elbows to the fucking side of Dustin's head, by the way. They were all glancing blows at worst.
They didn't have any effect. Well, not a lot of effect, considering they were the freaking elbow.
Right. But here's in my evidence to it is Conor's ear. He sliced Conor's ear because it was a glancing blow off the side of his head. That was those first shots, those first 6 that Joe Rogan and Daniel Cormier were fucking splurging nut juice all over. I was so confused by the commentary. I was so confused by the reaction. Like they were painting I'm almost wondering if there's a conspiracy here. I'm starting to wonder if they're trying to bury Conor McGregor. Because it made no sense to me. He did lose the ground game after that, but he did have some good elbows, and the up kicks were nice. He defended incredibly well. He got back to his feet. He was able, and then he took a step back.
He never looked out of control.
No.
To me personally, even when the guillotine, like, you know, the Dustin managed to sort of shift his weight and get into a more dominant position.
He took position.
It didn't look like Conor had anything to, like, he wasn't worried.
No.
He wasn't shielding and bracing himself. He was literally,
he was firing back.
He was strategically moving himself to get back into a more dominant position because he knew he needed to move. Like he didn't lose control. No. He just wasn't in the right position. There's a difference.
If UFC really did release a score, and I believe you, you wouldn't have said it if they wouldn't really believe. I believe it, but they've had a problem with 10-8s for a while now. That might be the worst 10-8 I've ever seen. They have to be including the break, which makes no sense to me. But now I want to talk about the break itself. There's some controversy with that because they're talking about the checks that led to. I don't know if Conor would have got him. I have no idea if he would have.
I think it would have been a lengthy fight.
Yeah, it's going 5.
They were both in good condition up until that point.
Conor seemed fine. While he was on the ground, he was breathing fine. He seemed fine. He really did. I think he would have been okay. I think that that would have been a long, just brutal fucking battle. Ben Adams with the love there. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you guys remembering the Dead on Dizzle there. I don't know if I'll ever get another payout from YouTube, and I hope your money doesn't sit in purgatory, but I fucking appreciate it regardless. If YouTube just keeps it, I appreciate it nonetheless, babies. I really do. It means more. It means you remember me, and I appreciate that.
I will remember.
Oh, that's YouTube. Oh, my God, no.
I'm sorry. I'm
no,
sorry.
You're fine. So he steps back. This leg breaks, and now Dustin, of course, he's doing his job. He's like, nah, I checked those kicks, and I broke this leg. I watched it from a bunch of different angles now. There was no check. I'm with Conor on this. Dustin's trying to say that he slapped at that first kick, and he made contact with the ankle, and he says he felt something, which I just don't believe. I do not fucking believe it. Is it possible? Sure. Is it possible that he chipped him with his radius or something and fucking and made a small little ding that led to the maybe? But if that's what he's taking credit for, bitch, please. Mm-hmm. That's the freak accident of all freak. Your ulna, you're gonna give credit to your ulna. Suck a dick. You know, like what are you talking about? You're a fucking asshole. This makes no sense to me.
Anyone can misstep or slightly trip and land on their ankle the way that.
Especially when you're an angular fighter. He was taking a step back at an angle.
He's heavy.
Yeah, he's
the
big,
dude
top
is
heavy.
fucking built like a tank. Of course, if he's gonna land on his ankle like that, it's gonna. I mean, it was gross. It was flopping around like a fucking fish.
Yeah, it was gross.
Crazy.
And you know, I was wondering if maybe, and by the way, this is how I fucking know. I know that there is real hatred here, because at that moment they could have easily let bygones be bygones. But think about this. Conor's getting fucking put on a stretcher, which he also said that's how Dustin would be leaving the fucking thing, which is ultimate irony.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, it's not, but it's coincidental. But still, he fucking, they're trading barbs back and forth. Fuck you, no, fuck you, eat my butthole, all these fucking things. In fact, Dustin told the entire crowd to eat his whole asshole.
Eat his whole
butthole.
asshole.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I don't like him, but that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking funny. But they're fighting, and Conor starts screaming about his wife being in his DMs. They're gonna do this again. They're gonna fight again, man. They're gonna fucking fight again. But that's the next thing. Should Conor fight again? Does he need to?
I think he will want to, for sure.
He's 32. He's still so young. He could take off till he's 35 if he wants to and come back and still have a shot to run the table. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that's ideal, but
would you want this to be your last match?
Of course not.
No.
Of course not.
He's not gonna let this be his last match.
So what happens from here is Poirier is going to be getting a title shot against Oliveira. He's probably going to win that fight. I mean, let's take nothing away from Dustin. This was a freak accident and all that, and I don't know what would have happened in the rest of that fight. I think Dustin probably would have ended up winning. But this dude is a bad motherfucker. He has been good for the past 6-7 fights now. I think he's going to win this fight against Oliveira. I think he's going to win it convincingly. I don't think Conor's going to come back and get an immediate title shot, because why would he jump the line after losing, even though it was to the champion? He's going to have to fight somebody. I don't know who. I got a feeling it's going to be Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson's in a spot where this is a fight that everybody's wanted for a long time. Conor can win that fight pretty easily at this point in El Cucuy's career. I'm not trying to take too much away from him, but he's not Tony Ferguson anymore. Justin Gaethje took Tony Ferguson away from Tony Ferguson. He's not the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a fight that he can have, and if he wins that, then maybe he gets a fight against Poirier again. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
I do. I feel bad for McGregor. I almost to the point of, but I do think that he is coming across as a complete asshole who's having a tantrum because, you know, he's throwing his toys out of the pram.
Sure.
And he never should have said that he was gonna, you know, murder the guy. I mean, that's pretty much not really okay.
No, it's not. You're no longer
whether it's all about making the drama or not. I mean, that's a step too far. But
can't wish death.
No.
Can't wish death. Can't fuck wives. Can't do that.
But I did feel for him because he was not out of that fight. No. He was not out of control. That fight would have gone on for quite a long time. They were both looking good.
I think they would have had a 5-round war. We were on the verge of seeing our second 5-round. You know, that was the only fight that was going to take the night away from Sean O'Malley, who I also want to talk about because that was fucking awesome. Jesus Christ. But let's wrap up Conor first. So does he fight again? What happens? Did crystal ball me here? Play with my crystal balls. What happens with Conor?
Conor McGregor will fight again. I don't know how. I don't know when. He might even fucking fight a YouTuber. Who knows?
Yeah. Ooh, wow. Yeah, the fucking happiest guy in the world is Jake Paul. Wow.
Yes. Did you see the Twitter banter going on?
I didn't.
Oh, Jake Paul tweeted at Dustin and said, "Would you like that ankle snapped off?" And he said, "Just send it to me."
Jake wouldn't fucking want to do an MMA fight with Conor.
Oh, but
please do that.
He was giving it some.
Oh God! Don't do that to fucking McGregor. Don't put McGregor in there. You know what? Actually, I love that fight because Max ain't gonna kick. That's another question. Do we got to get rid of kicking, like the leg kicks? The leg kicks like we're starting to see this shit. I know it doesn't happen all that often, but that's fucking horrific. That's a second this year. That's horrific.
No, I don't. You can't.
Those low leg kicks, man, they're fucking brutal.
It's not mixed martial arts if you take away leg kicking.
Why they took away fucking eye gouges and headbutts and shit? That's mixed martial arts.
I mean, that's more street fight.
Well, isn't that a martial art? Street fight? It's a discipline. He's a street fighter. Yeah, I hear it all the time.
Street fighter.
It's all disciplines.
Hadouken.
We don't get to start cherry picking. You can't hit a guy in the dick anymore. You can't gouge your eyes. You can't even hit him in the back of the head. God, man. I can't even shove my thumb up another man's asshole, Nixie. Like, what the fuck is coming to the world?
You can't even stick your hand up there and wear him as a puppet.
But I'll tell you, this had to be such a freak, weird happenstance for Jake to even possibly even sniff Conor McGregor's nutsack. But I'll tell you, this might happen, especially if Jake decides to make the biggest mistake of his life and go into a cage. Whew. But I would love to see Max Holloway and McGregor too. That'd be fun. Let's just keep him on the feet and let's see who's got the better hands.
I think he'll petition for this fight, this particular fight, to be rematched.
Oh, there's no question. He wants it, but the thing is, this is easy if Dustin loses to Oliveira. Dustin loses to Oliveira, this is simple. You book it in a year from now, Conor and fucking Dustin 4, you make all kinds of money, nobody cares. But if Dustin wins the belt, you can't justify Conor getting a title shot upon re-entry. He's got to fight somebody. There's nobody will tolerate that. Like, even for UFC and Dana White standards, that would be a touch fucking much. He hasn't beaten anybody but fucking Donald Cerrone since like 2017. Like, what are we talking about? That makes no sense in the world. That would be crazy. I'd be furious.
Yep.
Fuck you, UFC. If you guys want to get in on this conversation, feel free to come into the Discord. We're going to keep the show going as long as you guys keep it interactive. We've been live for about a half hour so far. We got some other things to talk about as well. Quite a few things, actually. Anything else on Conor McGregor?
This isn't the end for him.
No.
That's all I'm going to say.
No,
he's going to fight again.
Oh, yeah. 100%. I can't help it. I like the guy. I root for him.
He's very rough and ready, but there is a very brutal honesty about the man.
Yeah.
He doesn't try to hide the fact that he's pretty deranged.
Yeah, he's broken, man. He's fucked up. He's had dealing with success is hard. You know, sometimes it's knowing that everybody wants a piece of you is what you can't really take, and you just fucking freak out.
Yep.
But I'll tell you, as a fight fan, the best fight of the night was Sean Holloway and Chris. Cannot pronounce his last name. He was an 11-day replacement, and he came into the fight. First fight in the UFC. Was been scouted by the UFC, but has not been in the UFC yet. He comes up in there on 11 days' notice, gets on the main card against one of the hottest fighters in the UFC, a Wunderkind in Sean O'Malley, who is ostentatious and fucking just crazy as it comes. And he fucking... These guys, I don't even know what to say what we saw. Sean O'Malley put on a clinic of accuracy and precision of which the likes we have, ever seen. This man fought off his back legs for fucking 2 rounds, and he just kept landing. He just kept landing and landing. And Chris kept coming and coming like he was either Peter North or Michael Myers. He wouldn't stop.
O'Malley's footwork, though, was amazing. It was pretty special to watch.
It was it was. I thought for some reason I thought you were talking about Chris for a second, but no. It really was the way that he's so long and lanky, and the way he moves, it looks like a dancer. He looks like a fucking world-class dancer out there. He's just got this amazing stride to him, and he just moves in with this quickness, and he moves out, and his head movement was spectacular. But he could not stop this fucking green-haired lunatic. This guy, he just kept eating fucking punches and kept coming. But he was Rocky. It was real life watching Rocky fighting Apollo Creed. Apollo Creed is fucking, just fucking him up the whole time, just picking and popping and dancing and, jiving and fucking floating butterfly and two-stepping and fucking him up. And Rocky just keeps coming. He doesn't stop, and that's what we saw.
I felt so bad for him by the end because his face was so swollen. I don't know how he could see. His eyes were like gone. And his nose, oh my god, his nose well and truly got to be broken.
His face looked like a topographical map of Utah. Fuck!
He looked like he'd been stung by about 50 bees in the face.
It's right in the face. It looked like Macaulay Culkin at the end of My Girl.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Too soon.
I guess you say don't fuck with that beehive, Macaulay, my girl. You shouldn't have done that. You go see. That's why the kid's stupid. You know, this is why I don't like kids. They don't have experience to know. You don't go fucking back to the spot where there's dangerous bees to find a ring for a chick you're trying to stick your little penis in. You go find a ring that looks just fucking like it and give it to her and say you found it. Fucking rookie. That's why you're dead, motherfucker. That's why you got stung by bees and you're dead. I have no sympathy. Child death does not affect me unless it's my child.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep. So
it was sweet and sad.
But Sean O'Malley was spectacular. He really, really was. But that kid, what did you think? What did you think of this? That was really something to watch.
I mean, considering it was his very first debut, I think that he did really well. And like you said, he did just keep coming. And he really was Michael Myersing it up. He didn't stop.
No. He stalked him. He stalked him.
He did, but it felt like he wasn't quick enough.
Right. No, he wasn't quick enough. He wasn't skilled enough. He wasn't long enough. He was nothing enough. He was outclassed.
He was powerful.
Sure.
He was strong. He just wasn't
not strong enough. He couldn't knock him down.
I did like that at the end of the fight, when they declared it, and
You mean the worst stoppage ever?
It was the worst stoppage, but I mean, like when they were calling it.
Oh yeah.
And he said, this kid came out of nowhere, and he's a bad motherfucker. Like, don't disrespect him.
Yeah.
He's, he came out when no one else in the UFC would even come out. I mean, I think that's good. I think it's good when fighters.
That was great. Giving him he had to. He gave him everything he had. He couldn't finish the guy, and he didn't finish him. I want to make that real clear. Herb Dean is a fucking disgrace sometimes. A lot of people call him the best referee. I've seen Herb Dean almost get guys killed so many fucking times in the ring, it's not even funny. He's not as bad as Steve Mazza fucking Gotti, but nobody is. That motherfucker. It's okay. Kill him. Yeah, kill him. No. Keep punching him in the face. Nah. Oh, that's too few. Breathe on him. I'm stopping the fight. What? What? Anyway. So, Herb did. All right. Sean's teeing off. The 30 seconds left, about 15, 20 seconds. He's teeing off. But Chris is still functional. He's defending. He's throwing back. I mean, he was more hurt in the first round, I felt. At the end of the first round, he was more hurt there than he was when Herb decided to stop it. Now, part of me wanted to be like, well, man, Dave, come on. Don't be too hard on Herb here. This guy took a lot of fucking damage. He was beaten. But you can't, this is one of those things where I understand that if he dies in the ring, we're all screaming that Herb Dean should have known better. But there'll be a good pocket of people who will be like, you know what? He did the right thing. You got to let this guy go out on his shield here. That was one of the gutsiest performances I've ever seen in combat. Like, the only comparable is a fucking movie. It's Rocky. It's the only comparable. Like, that's what we saw. That guy did not stop. It's not even that he just took shots and kept defending and no, he kept pressing. And what makes Sean O'Malley, what he did, even more spectacular. Yes, but couldn't fucking believe just what we saw. What did you think?
Yeah. I to be honest, when it felt like one of those blink and you miss it moments as well, because I didn't realize straight away that they called it, like it had been stopped, because I was like, but why? Like, what happened? Did I genuinely was like, did I just miss something? Did I fucking blink and something happened, because it just didn't warrant an ending.
No.
But I don't know. I thought he was disqualifying him for using a move that was not disqualifying, but was like reprimanding him for using a move that was like
right.
not legal or something. But nope, genuinely was a blink and you miss it moment.
Yep, it really was. But overall, I think it was a good night for the UFC. I mean, aside from losing Conor McGregor, that's not a good thing. But
In the first round.
yeah, it's rough. But I mean, there was some good fights. Greg Hardy got fucking knocked the dog fuck out, which I love seeing. For one, if it was not even Greg Hardy, if Greg Hardy wasn't a wife-beaten, woman-beaten piece of shit, let's just say he was a normal person and not a human piece of fucking shit. To see a big, stacked, ripped dude get beaten by a chubby fucking Samoan, it doesn't get much better than that. It's just good to watch. It makes me feel like I have a chance in life.
He showboated so much as well. Like, he was doing like roaring at the camera
The
and
flip
everything.
thing and shit, yeah.
And the Samoan came out and he was just like waving,
Eating
giving
a
his fans a high
cheeseburger,
five.
yeah.
Yeah, like not even a care in the world. I loved it.
It was great.
I loved
and then
it.
knocked him the fuck out. Caught him
Yeah.
on a weird, like, Zangief palm strike upwards and shit. I was like, what the fucking Street
That was
Fighter
some-
shit was that?
That was some fucking Kung Fu Panda shit. I swear to God.
Hadouken.
Yeah.
Crazy. Tiger. Uppercut. Tiger.
Yeah.
Knee. Like, fuck on me.
Crazy.
It was insane. It was great. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, especially knowing his the other guy's backstory.
Yeah,
knowing
piece
that
of
he's
shit.
a piece of
He-
shit.
he a
Yeah.
piece of fucking shit. Yeah. I think there was another good fight too. Oh yeah, the Wonder. We should have watched that. The Wonder Boy fight. That was a good fight too.
I never
Wonder,
saw that one.
Wonder
so.
Boy and Stephen Thompson and Darren Till. It was a good
Okay.
fight, real good fight actually, co-main event. But yeah, we'll watch that and then we'll talk about that later. So I do have another story. You ready for the worst transition in history?
Go for it.
So we know that the world is getting crazy in collectibles and everything. We know that things are selling for absurd amount of money. But did you know, and I'm asking this rhetorically because you already know, did you know that we now have a new world record? In fact, in the past 2 weeks, we've had 2 new world records for the highest selling video game ever. About just a few days ago, in fact, a copy of The Legend of Zelda sold for $870,000, and this was just a few days ago.
It's insane.
Pretty fucking insane, right? Like that's
Uh-huh.
an absurd amount of money for anything, let alone a video game. Especially one that literally almost every one of us probably owned.
Definitely.
But that's no longer the world record for the most expensive game. No. Because today, a copy of Super Mario 64, another beloved game that every fucking buddy here had, and probably everybody remembers the box and the instructions and all of it. It was a graded copy at 9.8, very high grade. By the seller's account, it was one of only 5 left in sealed and this outstanding of condition. And it sold for $1.56 million.
It's crazy.
Did not just... I want to take you on the last 12 months of what has happened. On July 10, 2020, a copy of Super Mario Brothers sold for $111,000. Now, this would sell a couple of times. I believe this is the same copy that was on Pawn Stars that would later go on, and we'll talk about that in a moment. On November 23rd, 2020, a copy of Super Mario Brothers 3 sold for $156,000. On April 2nd, that's of 2021 of this year, Super Mario Brothers, that same one I'm going to assume, sold for $660,000. July 9th, Zelda sold for $870,000, and now we got $1.56 million.
That's insane.
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 Oh, I never tweeted out the. I never tweeted out the stream.
Says fake.
No, I think he's right. No, I don't. I don't think I did. Hey, I'm live. I forgot to tell you.
God damn.
Yeah, that's me. Yep. Well, shit.
Who
Thanks for
else
telling me.
today?
Right. Thanks for telling me. Fucking, 40, 45 fucking minutes in.
God damn.
He's very timely. Fake ass twat. I'm wearing a Minnie Mouse ears. What do you expect from me? Whatever. And no, Pete, I did not watch the Fuzi Slim boxing match. Why would I? So, what do you think about this this incredible sale? I know you have a little bit of a story there.
Yep. A pretty depressing story because Jace was one of those kids that used to really, really, really look after his games. I mean, like, he had all the boxes and the manuals in, like, completely perfect condition. And he recently, should I say, sold a whole bunch of his games for quite a lot of money. I think it was just shy of £700 he got for his collection, and 50% of that was one game.
Yeah, I believe.
Now I'm wondering how much that game would have got if we'd have waited.
Well, right now it would still be worth about the same, because up until this point, Teammaker's pretty right what he just said. With video game collectibles, the market can be finicky. Up to this point, he is right, because we've never had a standard set the way that it's now being reset. And let's face it, it's being reset because of the Pokemon situation. This is a residual. It was building, but I'm sorry, you don't go from $100,000 as the most valuable game ever sold to 1.56 in a year, less than a year. You just don't, unless there's a serious shift in the market. So will this be a long stretch? Probably not. 3 to 5 years is going to probably be where it's going to be hitting its zenith, and then it's going to start going on the downslope. But if you've held on to your shit up to this point, this is the opportunity to cash out. Not right now, not today. Go get your shit graded. By the time you get your shit graded, it's going to take about 3, 6, 9 months. I'm hearing closer to a year with video games to almost a year to get the game back. By that time, that market's going to fully establish, and you're going to see where it really is. I think we're seeing the new norm. I think we're going to see games selling in this $1 million, $2 million even. I think there's going to be a couple games that beat this. This is not going to be the last time we see a record set this year, I will say. By the end of this year, I'm going to make a bold prediction. By the end of this year, we will have a game that will sell for either more than that, but I'm going to say over $2 million we'll have a game sell.
Yep, I'd go as far as 5.
5 million?
Yeah.
Wow, you think
because
this year?
Nostalgia is a funny thing.
What game would go for 5 million?
I'm trying to think. There's got to be some very, very special edition something that was released many, many years ago that someone's got sitting in their attic and they never ever played it, never opened it,
what about
never
something
done
Pokemon?
anything with it.
You might not be wrong because
I don't know about Pokemon. I don't think Pokemon's old enough yet.
I don't know why. I mean, we're 25 years. That's
yeah,
not.
But I still think Pokemon's got a while before it will pop again.
I don't know. The cards, the way the cards just popped, I feel this might be the time. You got the card market and the name recognition and everybody expecting the big money of Pokemon. That meeting, if somebody's got the right game, the right collection, the right something that just nobody has seen that has not come to market yet, someone might go fucking nuts.
I have a Pokemon card story that makes me want to cry too. Do you remember when? I mean, I don't know if they did it in America, but in the UK they did. Do you remember when you went? Did you ever go to see Pokemon the first movie in the cinema?
No, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
did you get the Ancient Mew card?
Oh yes, I did.
Yep. Guess what I had? I had a fucking shopping bag full of sealed Mew
I have
cards
too.
because they gave them away to this guy who got me banned off the internet one day by my mum because he used all my internet time. Either way, he apologized by giving me a full Tesco bag of ancient Mews, all sealed. They are worth £90 each,
Oh, yeah.
sealed now.
Oh yeah.
I have somewhere I have an entire bag full of them, but I got a feeling my dad threw them away.
Cinedome 6 in Las Vegas, Nevada. I had friends who worked there. I had boxes full of that shit. Every fucking thing, every movie giveaway from the 90s
Yeah,
that really...
Yu-Gi-Oh, fucking
I had them all. I
Pokemon,
had boxes
everything.
of them. Boxes of them. Boxes.
Damn.
All my shit's gone. My mom fucking was terrible with that. Terrible. Terrible. But yeah, I think it's pretty amazing what we're seeing with it. And I do think we're at the beginning of it. It's not going to last long, but it's going to be glorious and people are going to make a lot of fucking money. It's going to make my life a lot harder, but it's also going to allow me to move some of the games that I have because I've got a couple of really good games in lately. I've got some original NES games.
NES.
NES.
Settle a debate for us, chat.
No,
Do you
but-
call it NES or a NES?
Nobody has
Do you
ever
call
called
it
it a NES.
Do you call it an SNES or do you call it a SNES?
Nobody calls it a SNES unless you're from England. That's
NES and SNES, right?
NES and SNES, you fucking heathen.
No.
This makes me physical angry. If there was a child here, I'd kick him through a window.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I want the chat to prove me right and
Nope.
really take
Well,
you
there's no
down
one here
because
anyway. The show's dead.
It doesn't matter.
You're talking to you, me, and I think Teammaker, and that's it. We're down to 3. This is-
Teammaker, settle a debate for me.
Now, I don't know what he's going to answer because while he might be, Pete's going to be, but he's British. But it's not Nez and Snez. It's not.
SNES and NES.
It's
Thank
you,
you.
Teammaker. Thank you for not contrarying me. Because it's NES, Nintendo
Thank you, Mr.
Entertainment.
93. Thank
What?
you, Pete. SNES and NES.
They're fucking British.
It doesn't matter.
It's not even phonetically correct.
We are the mighty. We are the originals. You came from us.
lost the revolution. It is SNES and NES.
And you wasted good tea, but we don't talk about that.
Nah, I think we made it better.
No.
Little that Boston Harbor water.
You continue
yeah, you want
living
that
in
Boston
sucky
Harbor
New
water.
Britain. I continue to live in ye old faithful old Britain.
I'm being sexually assaulted by my cat right now. I can't deal with your British
Wow.
colonial bullshit.
Came at the right time. Loved you and shot for the point, Dave.
Well, who
Hey.
didn't? I'm fucking amazing. Look at me. I'm wearing a goddamn Minnie Mouse ears.
Who doesn't love? And with the pink earphone too. He's pimping, right? Pink is pimp, yo.
Getting a little airtime. My man.
So is Ollie's butthole.
Oh man, the Cobra is goody. The Cobra is fucking good. He's got that gun.
Wow. It's definitely SNES
Oh,
and
don't
NES.
break my shit.
God damn.
Tried to break my shit. Nixie, you still there?
Uh-huh.
Oh shit.
Hello? Oh, yeah, Dave
Okay,
has
we're
a
good.
dodgy earphone.
Yeah, and the
That's
cat
great.
just broke it. Yeah, I know. I can hear you now. We're good.
Look at him. Look at him. He
Isn't he
does not
cute?
want to be on screen.
No, he did not. And he shed all over me.
That's what you get.
That's what I get. I should. Well, he came over and he was knocking into my hand and stuff.
Karma isn't a bitch. It's a
It's a
mirror.
Oh, fucked up.
Now you look like Ollie.
Yeah, that's right. Get your wife out of my DMs.
Oh.
This is my fucking DMs. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's a lot going on. What is there anything else that we got? I don't know. I was hoping we were gonna get more callers in today, or any would have been nice.
Nope, we've got some stuff coming up in the week though that will be really cool.
Yeah, there's
the
some
new Rick and
wrestling
Morty
stuff.
airing
Oh
later
yeah, Rick
as
and
well.
Morty tonight. Yeah, that's right.
And the season finale of Loki
Yep.
as well. We should
Which we're
definitely
caught
talk
up
about
on.
that. Yep.
Well, we're gonna do deep dives into the pseudo deep, as deep as I go. I mean, I'm about as deep as a kiddie pool, but regardless, we'll bring that depth to it. We'll talk about some Loki, and I know that we're gonna do the same with Rick and Morty. We've been doing a lot of that. I know Nixie will not be staying up to watch it tonight. I more than likely will. I might even be in the Discord if you want to watch it with me. You can watch it. We can just watch it individually and then just react to it as we see it. I'm going to watch it live off the TV. We do got a few things. We got another pay-per-view coming up this week, I believe. Next Sunday is Hell in the Cell, which should be really good. We got to get back on our wrestling grind, missus.
Yep, we do.
There's a few things.
I need to do the learning.
Yeah, because there's a couple of big things going on. We had a Uso get another fucking DUI, and apparently WWE ain't going to do shit about it.
Ooh.
Fucking crazy. There's actually a lot of good stuff going on with the WWE at the moment. It wasn't too bad.
Money in the Bank?
Oh, what's it? Money in the Bank, not Hell in a Cell. Whatever. I'm wearing a fucking mouse here. Shut up, fake. I hate you. How come you haven't been on Tommy? I don't know. Stuff going on, man. Stuff going on. I'm building a business, doing my own thing.
Trash or treasure?
Got that trash or treasure life happening, man. Got stuff going on. But that's
I can't wait for a game that you've got to pop and then you become a millionaire.
Right? Oh god, give me one game and boop.
Yep.
Fake, I will end
the
you.
life.
This is the life.
God damn.
I got nothing else.
No, I was just excited about all the stuff that's upcoming. There's going to be quite a few things.
There is
coming through the channel. We're going to do a live reaction straight after Rick and Morty tomorrow when we watch it.
Yeah.
So that will be on the channel probably tomorrow.
Yeah, and there's at least another video that is going to be up as well at some point. We're going to bring a Trash or Treasure video to here on Dead on Dave Live. I want to see how it goes over. We're not getting a lot of interaction over on Trash or Treasure, so I'm going to subject the last people who are still on this channel to some Trash or Treasure. Suck it. But don't worry, I'll make a playlist. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But other than that, Nixie, do you have anything going on this week that you like to tell the kids that you're doing?
Not really, except beating your ass at Pokemon.
Oh. Well, that's not very nice.
Yup.
Pokemon will be battles will be happening, starting up again here shortly on the Twitch, so be over there for that. It'll be good times.
Yep.
My parents looking after my 6-year-old son let him watch Rick and Morty. I think he's corrupted now. No, he's wise to the world, Ben. He's wise to the world. Your parents are fucking heroes. Just like that father who knocked the fuck out of that child to beat his son in the martial arts tournament. Bravo. Sometimes you gotta fucking final boss this shit. You can't let your sperm.
No,
yeah,
that was
no,
wrong.
It was right.
So
it was
wrong.
the right thing to do.
I wish I could go back in time, find that dude, and punch him and knock him the fuck out and
so
be
why
like,
are you're just an
fuck
animal.
you and your fucking lame sperm, you piece of
And
shit.
you're
Don't
better than him
fucking-
now? How are you better than him now?
I'm better than him because I
No.
don't go around hitting kids because I've lost my temper because my own fucking nutmeg didn't fucking make the cut.
So you
Jesus
decide,
Christ.
so you think that gives you the right to use your vagina to fucking
Yes.
hurt this man.
Yeah.
You can't, no.
That's using
Not
my
right.
vagina for goodness, Dave.
I don't think it is. That's not what heroes do.
That's what heroes do.
No, I beat you. No. I beat
No,
you.
it's what
no.
heroes do. I'm going
No,
to use my vagina for
no.
goodness.
No, I don't think
You'll
so.
see. You'll
I-
all see.
I think that you're in the wrong on this
You'll
one.
all see, mate.
I think he should have done more. I think he probably should have snapped his femur. Came in there with a
Nice.
jumping flying kick, like right at it, and just. Yeah!
I will go back in time, marry that man, make him my bitch, and then divorce him and be like, that's because you hit a kid, you fucking piece of shit.
Well, wait a minute. Wait. So if you went back in time, would you could just stop him from hitting the kid?
I could just knock him out. Yeah, I could.
Or you don't have to knock him out. Why don't you just like?
Because
See,
I want him to feel the
why?
pain at this emotional level that poor kid who was so happy that he'd won.
Wait.
And then this guy just came in there and took that out of his hands and went, fuck you, kid.
Wait.
You're better than my kid and I'm jealous.
Wait. Get off your soapbox. In your scenario, you have a fucking time machine, and instead of just preventing the thing that's so horrible from happening and doing it in a way where nobody has to be affected in a negative manner, you're going to go ahead and commit an act of violence?
I'm going to go back in time. I'm going to wait for him to charge the kid, and I'm going to come up, and then I'm
No.
going to fucking... No, because I want him to know what he's doing before I take him down.
You could stop him from doing it. First, you said you were going to marry him. You were going to fucking do this long con thing, which is even worse But now you just want to go full on Nancy Kerrigan thuggery.
I'm going to not murder.
Oh, Conor McGregor! Good
There we
job,
go.
Conor. Watch out, Conor. No, you can murder this guy. That's fair.
No, I don't want to murder him. I just
Why?
want to.
You're not fighting him like that. You're
I
not
would
still in a
like to
fight.
go. I would like to go back in time, wait for that guy to do what I know he's going to do, charge in, get the other kid out of the way, smash this guy in the face, break his teeth, and tell him that that's what it feels like, bitch. That's what it feels like, and then spit on him.
Would you like to know
and
what I
then
would
fart
do?
on him.
Would you like to know
And
what
then
I would
piss
do?
on him.
Would you like to know what I
And
would
then
do?
set him on fire. Sorry, what?
Would you like to know what I would do?
What would you do?
See,
You'd hit the kid.
No, of course I wouldn't. See, Nick, why are you so uncultured? What the correct answer is, you take the time machine, you go about 30 minutes before the incident happens, you get a nice big hot cup of chocolate, hot chocolate. You sit the
spit it on
guy.
his crotch.
No, you don't spit in it. You sit the guy down and you have a
No,
conversation.
you spill it on his crotch.
You don't do that either. You don't spill it. You don't do that. We don't have to maim his genitals.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't. He didn't do anything yet. You're now talking to a. You're
I know
talking.
that
No,
he's gonna
you.
do it.
Oh, no, we're gonna get into timeline stuff because this is Schrodinger's guy. You've gone back, and now your mere presence in the past does now elicit a probability for a different future. Meaning, this guy's innocent, and all you got to do is give him a heart-to-heart conversation with hot chocolate, and you could spare him. You could spare the kid, and you could spare yourself from having to make the time machine in the first place, committing a paradox and then making this conversation completely pointless. But you're an animal, Nixie. You're just an animal.
Maybe I just want to see some guy burn.
Just an animal. No better
Some
than
guy
him.
who hit a kid.
No better than
Who
him.
hit a kid.
Standing up for his seed. Doing what
his-
any fucking father should do.
Having a temper tantrum because his son was beaten
Final boss.
by another kid in a tournament.
For some
in a
reason, if this kid was
tournament.
so good at martial arts, he should have been anticipating the attack. This is on him.
He was so happy that he'd won, and he was cheering, and then this guy just came out of nowhere and fucking clocked him.
You're
It was
in
the
a
saddest
martial
thing
arts
I've ever
arena.
seen.
You're in a martial arts setting. You need to have your guard up all the time. You have to have your head on a swivel because you never know when a bad guy is going to come at you. And this kid wasn't ready, and he got taken down because of it. That guy is a fucking hero.
This makes me so mad.
And you could save him. You could save them all with your time machine that you invented.
I don't want to save
You
him. I
could've.
think he deserves to be punished.
You
If I
didn't do
could, if
anything.
I knew where this guy was now, maybe I'd go over to him now and do it.
You're just an animal. R. Kelly?
I don't
You're
care.
R. Kelly?
I don't care.
R. Kelly?
I'm gonna piss on him.
You are R. Kelly.
I'm gonna piss on him. I'm gonna fart on him. I'm gonna shit on him. I'm gonna spit on him. I'm gonna do everything.
You know what you could do? You could ask him to play some NES.
Nez
Nah,
and snez, you
nah.
absolute wallies.
I got two more on my side.
No.
Two more.
Nope. Nope.
It's all right. It's okay. We understand that sometimes heroes don't wear capes, but they do karate chop children in the throat. I'm okay with it, especially if you're defending your own children. Boss bitch shit. Final boss. Final level. So, all right. There we go. I stretched it a few more minutes. I'm talented. Dave's right. Japan and America are Nintendo's golden eras. Nixie's going to make him get a whiff of her Hershey stain.
Yep.
Because you'll never feel quite the same when you get a whiff of Nixie's Hershey stain. All right.
Yep.
I think we're going to get out of here on that note. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope you had a good time. We'll be back again. More MushPuff Club coming very soon. Why don't you try coming into the Discord next time and asking a question or something, being a part of it, or at least tweet it out. I know I didn't, but you guys could have. Fuck.
Hooligans.
Hooligans. I will not have your hooliganry or bedlam around here.
Bedlam.
No bedlam.
Absolute bedlam.
None.
Bedlam.
No. Good first show, Nixie.
Wow.
We've reset
Thank
the
you.
cannon.
We've reset the cannon.
Go watch Rick and Morty tonight, guys. We'll talk to you later. Keep it copious.